Hello, my wonderful children. I hope you are all ready for an exciting day of learning ahead. Dear children, today we are going to have an engaging session centered around the poem A House, a Home, composed by Lauren M. Halley. Before we proceed, let's have a glimpse into the brief biography of the poet Lauren M. Halley. Lauren Martha Halley is a well-known American poet and writer. She was born on December 6, 1921 and breathed her last on September 7, 2006. She is renowned for her simple yet thought-provoking writing style. She will always be remembered as a loving mother, a beloved grandmother, and for her kindness, generosity, passions, empathy, and her endlessly cheerful attitude. Dear students, this poem, A House, a Home, beautifully explores the distinction between a house and a home. Children, are you ready to dive into its meaning? Let's begin by reading this poem together. Listen carefully to the words and phrases used to depict the concepts of a house and a home. A house, a home. What is a house? It's brick and stone and wood that's hard, some window glass and perhaps a yard. It's eaves and chimneys and tile floors and stucco and roof and lots of doors. What is a home? It's loving and family and doing for others. It's brothers and sisters and fathers and mothers. It's unselfish acts and kindly sharing and showing your loved ones you are always caring. Now that we have read the poem, let's delve deeper into its meaning. Let's begin by looking at the title first, since the title serves as a doorway into the themes and ideas expressed in the poem. The title of this poem, A House, a Home, immediately suggests a comparison between the concepts of a house and a home. A house represents a physical structure, while a home refers to the emotional aspects. A house is merely a physical structure and a building which has doors and windows, roof and floors, eaves and chimneys, and perhaps a yard, while a home is associated with more intangible aspects, the things which can be seen or touched, but we can only feel. So, it is associated with emotions like love, compassion, family, sharing and caring, and kindness and selfless acts. The title delves into the suggestion that a mere structure like a house can transform into a genuine home when emotions are shared between the inmates in a house. Students, now we will identify and highlight the words that attribute to the concepts of a house and a home. Let's look at the words. Dear children, take a look at these words which are required to build a house. Do you know what is a brick? A brick is a small rectangular block typically made of fired or sun-dried clay used in building. Let's look at stone. Stone is a hard, solid, non-metallic mineral matter of which rock is made, especially as a building material. Let's see what a wood is. It is the trunk or branch of a tree or shrub used for fuel or timber. A tile is a thin rectangular slab of baked clay or other material used in overlapping rows for covering roofs or floors. A stucco is a fine plaster used for coating wall surface. Children, now let's know about some new words associated with parts of a house. Children, can you see the different parts of a house in this beautiful picture? Here there are roof and doors, windows, floor, stucco, chimney, eaves, and also a yard. I hope for most of these parts you are already aware. But now let's talk about two new parts. So two new words are there, eaves and chimneys. Let's explore them. Eaves is the part of a roof that meets or overhangs the walls of a building. Chimney is a vertical channel or pipe which conducts smoke and combustion gases up from a fire or furnace and typically through the roof of a building. Students, you have learnt about the physical aspects of a house quite well. Now, let's explore the emotions that are associated with home and that can transform a house into a true home. In a home, we find the values like loving, which is a strong affection for another person, as you can see in the image. A family consists of parents and children living together as a unit. Doing for others refers to showing selfless concern for the welfare of others. Unselfish acts puts the good of others above one's own interests. Kindly sharing refers to having a sympathetic or warm-hearted nature. Caring displays kindness and concern for others. Dear children, now let us do an activity. Write down the words associated with house in the given blank space. Great insights. Here is another activity for you. Write down the words associated with home as depicted in stanza 2 of the poem in the given blank space. Wonderful students! Now, in your notebooks, make a list of the characteristics that define a house and a home according to this poem. Dear children, let's analyze this poem a little further. According to this poem, a house, a home, there are distinct differences between the physical qualities of a house and the emotional aspects of a home. While a house is a physical structure which talks about its components like doors and windows, roof and floor, eaves and stucco and a yard, and is made of materials like brick, stone, wood, glass, tile and stucco. A home is a place where the emotion and the mutual understanding and the relationship between the inmates of a family matters. A home is a place where the heart lies. This is a place where the people within a family express an emotional bond through sharing and caring and selfless acts. A house transcends into a true home when there are mutual understanding and a strong relationship between the inmates who live inside a house. While a house may provide a shelter, a home is a sanctuary where one can find comfort, acceptance, and a sense of belongingness. A home is the place where everybody comes back with a sense of peace and love and compassion for everyone. That is why a new abode away from home turns into a true home when the insides living inside that house share a strong bond and mutual understanding and all the emotional strength that is required for a true home. And we can find such a home away from home in a residential institution like our own JNV or in ancient Gurukula. A house transcends into a true home when there are all the emotions and values that can make a house turn into a true, genuine home. Dear children, now take a moment to reflect individually on the poem. In your notebooks, write a short paragraph sharing your personal thoughts and experiences related to the concept of a home. How do you define a home? Also, try to differentiate between the characteristics of a house and a home. Well done, children. Now let's have a class discussion. What have you learned from this lesson? What is the message that is delivered through this poem? Dear students, we have explored the poem A House, a Home by Lauren M. Haley. We discovered that a house and a home are not the same. A house is merely a shelter, a physical building, while it is the emotions and relationships that turns a house into a true home. I hope you will all imbibe the essence of a true home in your own lives and live with your family happily ever after. Thank you all. Hope to meet you again soon. Bye bye, children.